Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Hunt the ball. Let's go, family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family.
Hello, football family. Welcome in to Week 7 NFL Picks. I am Jason. I am here with Alec, who is on location from the great state of Oregon. I don't know what they call it out there. I'll call it the great state. He is out with the in-laws, way far away, got as far away from Baltimore as he can. I hear, Alec, you may be joining the Coast Guard. Is this correct?
I'm not joining, no. That's my sister-in-law.
We try to send you away to serve this great country, and, he just denies us, fellas, not even the Coast Guard. That's almost like a military branch. You know that, right?
I think it is. I think it's all those.
Just messing with you. It brings me back to the that 70s show where Red says, that man's a part of the Coast Guard. He's almost a veteran, which always cracked me up. Red is pretty funny. But anyway, hey, all jokes aside, respect to the military out there, obviously, ultimate respect. I just try to have fun on the show. But, nobody more respecting the military than me. But you know who is disrespectful, and that's Mr. Alec, because his picks are sick. 55-31 on the year, picking against the spread. That is impressive. I don't care who you are. So if you want to follow somebody's picks, in all seriousness, Alec has been killing it. I am above 500. I don't even want to say my record at this point, but I'm not winning any money over here. If I were betting, I don't. But if I were, I would not be winning. Alec is the man to choose. So, Alec, first game on this slate, big AFC North matchup, AFC matchup. The Bengals, 4-2, resurgent, coming to Baltimore to face the Ravens at 5-1. Ravens are a 6-point favorite, taking the Ravens in this game. Almost took the Bengals. I'm telling you, something tells me this game might be close, but the Ravens have just had the Bengals numbers. You look at the final scores of some of these games, and, it's going to be a good litmus test for Cincinnati. Wouldn't be surprised to be wrong on this game, but I'm going to go ahead and stay strong with the Ravens. How about yourself?
Yeah, man, I'm taking the Ravens to win this one. I'm actually locking it in, which is an indication of how little I like this slate. I don't like many of the matchups. Nothing feels great about it. There's maybe a couple other games that feel decent, but yeah, I'm locking in the Ravens here at 6. I think we're starting to see how this offense is extremely versatile. They can win many ways. So you have to pick your poison, and it seems as though, even if you pick your poison, you're dying, right? It's not working out well for these guys. So I just think the Ravens can definitely win by a touchdown here, and I could see it getting away from the Bengals pretty quickly if they have the same kind of game script as last week, because I don't think their offense is as good as the Chargers. So we shall see. But going on to the next game, Washington football team at Packers. Packers are a 7.5-point favorite. I feel like I've seen this line move a little bit throughout the week. Not sure why. I don't know if it's because of the Tua rumors or whatnot. But needless to say, I think the Packers are going to be able to pull this off. I think they can win by 10 points, so that they'll be able to cover. But I can definitely see this going the other way. The Packers are just they're rolling right now. They seem to start having it together after that horrible week 1.
Yeah, week 1 seems like an outlier, like it does every year, especially this year, though, when you look at some of the results. I'm not going to try to remember all of them, but Green Bay is one of those teams that's really found its groove. And, man, this could be a lock for me in Green Bay's favor just because of how bad the Washington pass defense has. And you throw a bad pass defense against Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and it really doesn't matter who else they have. They're going to produce. Yeah. So I really like the Packers in Lambeau Field at this game, and I'm going to go ahead and take them. Now, the next game, here's the weekly game where you want to pick against both teams pick. It is Atlanta at Miami. Atlanta is -2.5 on the road at Miami. I'm going with Atlanta because I've just seen more from them than I've seen from the. If you would have asked me before the season, Alec, I would say Miami, hey, man, they're probably 500 teams, somewhere around there, give or take. Atlanta, man, they're going to have a hard time, maybe 4 or 5 wins. Julio Jones is gone, all this other stuff. But I've seen more consistency from the Falcons, so I'm going to go ahead and take them on the road against Miami.
Yeah, I get that, man. And Miami, as you know, they just got back from London. so that probably impacted their practice schedule. With that being said, I like the points here. Even though it's only 2.5, I'm going to go with the Dolphins to figure out a way to win. I think they got kind of embarrassed letting up the first win in 20 games to the Jaguars, particularly because like the Jaguars aren't that good. I think the Dolphins just are like underperforming right now, and I'm hoping that they can turn it around for me this week. All right, here's a fun one. Jets at Patriots. The Patriots are a 6.5-point favorite. This almost was a lock to me because I was like, Zach Wilson is going to die like to the hand of Judon. Like Judon is going to mess with him. Like that whole defense is going to mess with him. I think 6.5 is very doable for the Patriots, even though their offense isn't much. But just think about how the Jets could get really stifled by that defense and just Belichick schemes. I like the Patriots here.
Okay, we're going to disagree on this one too. I'm taking the
Shit.
Jets. Yeah, hopefully I can come up and make up some ground. I'm taking the Jets because I just don't see New England blowing out anybody per se. So I'm counting on this 6.5 points. So, it wouldn't surprise me, I guess, if it's just a close game throughout, or maybe the Jets come up with a lead. Yeah, Zach Wilson against Bill Belichick is not a recipe for success. Like you made a really good argument there, kind of scared
I think
me.
it comes down to turnovers. Like if they're able to generate turnovers, get short fields, and execute, that's how they get ahead. But you're right. Like just offense versus offense, like they both are kind of a stink fest. They're not going to really be able to push down the field by themselves.
Yeah, so hey, I'm going to stick with the Jets in this low scoring game. Now
Nice.
the next one we have Carolina -2.5 going to the New York Giants. Man, Carolina's hurt me, but I'm still taking them again. I can't quit this girlfriend that keeps just abusing me. She comes home and does all kinds of nasty things to me, says all kinds of nasty stuff to me. That's the Carolina Panthers to me. I've been wrong so many times. I almost just want to pick against them to spite them. But in all seriousness, I like the Panthers defense versus what's left of the New York Giants offense. So I'm taking Carolina -2.5.
That's a great reason to go with Carolina. That's why I did it as well. I just feel like the Giants offense is really struggling right now, and quite the opposite. The defense of the Carolina Panthers is still humming pretty nice. Now, the Panthers offense is like seeing ghosts. Darnold has definitely come back to earth, so I'm a little nervous about all that. I know like a lot of fancy people are saying this is the Giants are a good streaming defense because Darnold could like make some turnovers here. That said, I'm going to go against that, and I'm going to say Panthers are able to do it because they have a lot of skill players, even without McCaffrey with his setback. And, I like DJ Moore a lot. I like the Terrence Marshall maybe doing something, Robbie Anderson. Like, there's weapons there. They can make it work.
By the way, Alec, I wanted to say this might be a little bit of the Sam Darnold revenge game, too, because they're in that stadium. They share the same stadium. So
True.
A lot of those Giants fans, like this is Sam Darnold's old home stadium that he's going to. So, just a little added nugget I just thought of. Big brain over here on Jason.
Yeah, I like that. That's fun. All right, dude. This is a tough one, I think. You have the Chiefs traveling to the Titans. The Chiefs are a 5-point favorite. We just saw what the Titans were able to do with that run game against the Bills. This scares me. Needless to say, I hate picking on the Titans to win, essentially. So I'm taking the Chiefs here. I think the Chiefs can get their shit together and actually win a game, and do Chiefs things. I literally wrote in my quips, I believe in you, Chiefs. You can do it. You can be a good team again, right? So I'm going with the Chiefs here, but I can totally see it going the opposite way.
Yeah, I'm totally going the opposite way. Alec, I say that because not because I feel strongly about my pick. If I feel strongly about one thing in this game, it's that Derrick Henry is going to get the ball, and Derrick Henry is going to get a lot of yards against the Chiefs. Hoping that
under 200 yards, dude. Total yards from Henry. Over under.
I would always take an under in that situation, but I mean, if you said 150, I'd go over. Honestly, a lot of yards.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's basically asking is he going to break 1 or 2? I could see 200, dude. I think it's going to be a funnel because that defense is not good. We saw how much. I mean, the Ravens ran for 247 yards or something like that. Shoot, man, Henry, people just fall off of him. I saw what was it? Sherry Merriweather or whatever, he was like, it's a business decision if you want to tackle that man at full speed. Like, it's something, dude.
Yeah, I mean it. For the crazy guy in me, and who loves defense and like playing defense, I would just like to get run over one time just to see what it felt like. Because it's just like they bounce off of him, man, and then when he ran it, what was it, 21.8 miles an hour? It's just like a big WTF moment. Like what are you supposed to do? So yeah, match up to watch. Daniel Sorensen trying to tackle Derrick Henry. I think that should be a good time. So see, it's my turn to go here. The Los Angeles Rams at home are an eye-popping 15.5-point favorites to the scrappy, dappy Lions. Dan Campbell, I've tried, bro. I tried. I won it for you, and I picked your team with the points last week, and you didn't let me down. You let yourself down, Dan. You're supposed to bite off kneecaps. That's not what we're doing around here. I'm taking the Rams. It's the Matt Stafford part of it too, showing off against these Lions. Like I could definitely see this Rams team that's feeling like they know that they're can go far in this NFC. I'll give 15.5 to the Lions.
Oh, the revenge game narrative. How did I miss that, dude? I was going through the game. I didn't even think about the revenge game narrative. With that, I'm going to double down on the Rams here. Like, I'm not locking in it or anything, but I like it better now because 15.5 was a lot. I was like, oh, I don't like making this pick. I hate putting money on like that much of a line. But yeah, dude, they can put up points, and I think, like you said, they're going to want to show it too. So good eye. I like it. Dude, this is an interesting game, in my opinion. Next up, Eagles at Raiders. Raiders are a 3-point favorite. I'm going with the Raiders again. I'm going to say they're better than the Eagles, and that's my rationale. Like, they're at home. I guess that helps too. But, like, it's interesting to me that Vegas sees them as identical. I don't.
Okay. Well, I see them as close enough that where I don't have a problem with the line, but I'm agreeing with you. I'm taking Vegas. That home field, it might just be for real. There's a lot of excitement in that building. People getting to go to see the stadium. And then I remember saying to you last week that Broncos game would tell me a lot about the Raiders and where they stood. And they came out and played inspired football.
Yeah.
And with the whole interim coach thing and everything, it never fails, Alec. Like if we're in this position next time and somebody loses their job in the regular season and I pick against that team at its lowest moment, like stop me right there. I've seen this so many times. I even said it last week. I just thought that the Gruden situation was completely different and everybody might be checking out. They didn't. They came together and played together. So yeah, I'm taking the Raiders at home minus the 3. So the biggest spread of the season, I'm going to guess. I have been tracking this thing, but the Houston Texans going to Arizona, playing the Cardinals, the undefeated Cardinals, looking great. Alec's favorite team. He's been on them since the start. The spread is 17.
This is my favorite bird. Come on, dude.
That's right. Wait, one bird show. Hope you like the eyes, by the way, Alec. Red eyes on it.
That's sick.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm surprising you. I'm trying to do the old switcheroo and pick up a game here. I'm taking 17.5 points. I'm not even taking the Texans. I'm taking the 17.5 points. So yes, give me the Texans in this game. Go ahead and take your Cardinals. Let's see if I can pick up a game. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I am taking the Cardinals here. I think they know how to score points. They're pretty good at it. But, dude, like, the thing that's killing me, when I look at 17.5 points, right, you know what that means. That means two touchdowns on the field goal doesn't do it. And, like, that feels like a huge lead. And we saw, like, the most not close, but close on the scoreboard game against the Eagles. Dude, like, the Eagles and Bucks game is still, like, giving me, ghosts. I'm seeing ghosts, dude, but I'm trying to pick this thing. Because I'm over here thinking to myself, I can see how they let off the gas. Like, they're down the 3-yard line with 2 minutes, and they're like, we'll kneel it. We'll get some negative yards for Murray. It's, like, brutal. I can't have that. But nevertheless, I'm going to take the Cardinals. Give yourself a Delta opportunity. Next up, Bears at Bucks. The Bucks are a 12-point favorite. Give me the Bears. Give me some points here. I'm going to, I feel like this is risky, but I like it. I think Fields can figure out a way to keep it close. And again, I'm seeing the ghost from the Bucks. The Bucks will stop. They don't put their foot down and win the game with authority sometimes. So I can definitely see them covering just because like they're up by 10. They go back and forth, not really doing much, killing clock. Running Fournette. Yeah, give me the Bears.
I'm taking the Bears too, Alec. I think your first couple of sentences there summed it up. Like I'm looking for Tampa to really turn it on. Maybe it'll be when it gets close to December and the postseason and that kind of thing. But they do seem like they're kind of just like sleepwalking on their own talent. I mean, they're so talented. So yeah, I'm just going to take the Bears and hope that defense keeps it close. I think Tampa will win the game, but you never know, man. You never know. So keep an eye on like biggest upset of the week. I could kind of see Tampa getting complacent and getting just outplayed by a hungry team. I could see that. So in San Francisco, Indianapolis coming to town. San Francisco 4.5-point favorites. And I am taking the underdog once again. I'm taking Indianapolis to keep this game close. I don't really understand what's going on with San Francisco. They look so up and down on offense. I'm just a little unsure where I feel like Indianapolis knows who it is. Like, the talents of the teams are all over the place, but you kind of get a feel for when a team knows what it does well, sticks to it. I was really impressed with the Colts, just kind of being them, being their best selves, so to speak. So 4.5 points is a little too much for me to give for the 49ers. I'll take it and bet this is a field goal game either way.
Yeah, that was my thought too. So I went with the Colts as well here. I do think it's worth mentioning the 49ers coming off bye. Don't love that, but I think it gave them enough time to think about using Garoppolo again. Don't love that either. So I just think that maybe it'll all work out for the Colts. I can see them winning the game. Like, watch out for Jonathan Taylor here. That guy can definitely take over games. We're starting to see him like really emerge and get these home run plays. So I think that's worth looking out for. And also just Pittman, like he's been really strong. Hilton's back. It could be interesting for the Colts. And like you said, they seem to know who they are. They play really well. All right, dude. Last game of the week, Monday Night Football. Saints at Seahawks. Seahawks, man, figuring out a way to lose against the Steelers. Kind of like, I think that's what we said too last week, if I recall correctly. We're like, we're going to figure out a way to lose. But I think I took the points, which I think ended up working out. Nevertheless, I don't know. Anyhow, I'm going to go here with the Seahawks again. 4.5-point favorite, or 4.5-point underdog rather, at home. I just think like when you got weapons like they do, they can figure it out. I think Geno Smith is he's serviceable, and I just think the Saints aren't like all that yet. I'm still like a little low on them. Again, they're also coming off bye though, so that's worth keeping an eye on. They could be extra prepared.
Yeah, I'm going completely against you. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th game I believe we disagreed on. I'm taking the Saints. I'm taking the Saints just because of Geno Smith, and it's just a tough. I think it's a tough matchup against the Saints, even though they are in Seattle, which is one of the few home fields I really take. I mean, it's a long trip up there for New Orleans, and it's a tough place to play. But I just think that New Orleans is going to win this game. I'm not letting 4.5 points stop me from taking them in this pool. So, as we flash up our picks again, 5 deltas. Alec on the year, 55-31. Ultra impressive. I'm hoping that this trip to Oregon zapped his picking brain. I'm hoping that he got some jet lag on this trip. I'm hoping that he's just having an off week so I can try to catch up in this race. Apologies to your wallet, Alec, but you should be like a millionaire by now, buddy. But let me know you're not making $1 million yet, have you?
No, I made $30 last week. It felt really good for once. Like to have a really solid, like positive week. But yeah, no, not a millionaire, dude. I think I'm ahead now in the week or like the year, but that's not by much. It should be better.
Yeah, Alec is the double or nothing guy who loses it all. He's about to walk all the casino, but he decides to go to the roulette wheel and put it all on black. And then next thing you know, he's walking out. I had a good time. So that's been Alec. So yes, very successful man though. Stick with Alec's picks. And Alec, if my picks were that good, I'd be bragging on myself, but unfortunately, I can't at this point.
I'm telling you, dude, I don't like this slate. Like I told you straight up, like I would not be surprised if I had my first losing week where I don't win. Like I don't pick the correct amount. I don't feel great about this week at all. You could definitely pick up some points in these deltas because like every time you delted me, I didn't feel like too great about it. So I hear that, man. And a couple times you went with me that I was like oogie on, and I felt like maybe that was really good. Like we met brain meld, but I don't know, man. Like we'll see. I'm really curious about this week. This is one of the weeks I'm most curious about now. So unfortunately, I won't get to see too much of it. I don't think, but keep an eye on my phone.
Well, hopefully you get to see, your Ravens play in the AM out there. Maybe you can go to that hack website that I gave you and
I'm
game.
planning on it.
Yeah,
I do want to watch my Ravens. That's for sure.
Yeah, don't tell nobody about it because I have a feeling the more people that get on it, the more easily it crashes. So my son told me about that website, and I'm forever grateful. I apologize to the greedy people at the NFL who, you know what? I'm not going to apologize because y'all put it to a film guy over here, man. You can't let me have my peace of mind. Every penny the NFL wants, and then you put out these analysts who can't watch every single game and talk out their butt on all this stuff. All I want to do is study the Ravens NFL. All I really want to do is put out some good information and some good examples. But you stop me, so you know what? I'm gonna bootleg that secret website that I told Alec about. So there you go, Alec. I'm taking a stand for myself, buddy.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. It's frustrating. Like Sunday Ticket, right? Like that's like the thing. You need to like basically write an affidavit that you can't get it. Like it's ridiculous. Like the amount of work you have to do now to like get it, like to buy the streaming package version of it without direct TV. It's like, come on, man. Like I can't get a satellite in my apartment building, but apparently that's not good enough, right? Like you can't use that as my like landlord won't let me anymore like thing. That they don't allow it. So whatever, dude. Like you don't want us to be able to give you money. Like we'll find other ways. Not that I do that or anything. Just mentioning that there might be ways. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm from Dundalk, man. I take every way. You know what I mean? Take every way, especially from those nice kids like you out your area, man. You know how it goes, man. We come in to take lunch money down here in Dundalk, but yeah. Hey, Alec. Alec, thank you, man, for seriously, thank you for joining me all the way out there. I hope you have a good weekend and everything, and everything goes well for you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it should be a nice little trip. It's good to see my sister-in-law. It's been a long time, so yeah, it's nice.
Nice, man. Nice. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to the football family out there. Thank you all for following. Alec, say goodbye to the people through the pixels out there.
See you guys.